Right, welcome, Toby. Toby Bindon.
Thank
Would you
you.
like to introduce yourself for the Governor YouTube channel?
Yes, so my name's Toby Bindon, 27 years old, and I'm sponsored by the Governor Sports and Nutrition, and I'm a professional fighter.
Oh, lovely. All right. Obviously, those that follow the Facebook page will know you. We've been sharing your content for a while, but for anybody that's just coming across the YouTube channel for the first time, introduce where you come from, your background, what part of combat sports you're involved with, and all that.
So I was born and bred in Torquay, which is down in Devon. It's a small town, but we have a lot of good talent here, unnoticed talent. So we've been small here, but we've been working very hard for many years, and producing some great fighters. So when I come from a family of martial arts and combat, both my grandfathers were boxers, one in the Royal Navy, one in the RAF. So both my mum and my dad's side, they both come from boxing. And then my father, he was an avid martial arts practitioner, traditional martial arts, and he got me involved in martial arts very early, from about 3-4 years old. He started me in traditional martial arts, and I was always drawn to the combat side and the fighting side. So yeah, it naturally progressed then onto kickboxing. Really found my groove there, and then started training Muay Thai and went out to Thailand, trained in Thailand. And then when I was about 17, I found a local gym in Torquay which was open, called Fightworks Academy, which is where I train my Thai boxing and kickboxing at currently still. And then I also began training boxing, and I train at Torquay Elite Community Gym under Gareth Hogg. And yeah, and that's my story.
So how long have you been training? For what age did you start your combat sports journey?
Sorry, say that again, mate. It just went a bit froze.
Yeah, it did, Daniel. What age did you start your journey in the combat sports?
So I started obviously training from like combat sports from very early, but from actually competing, I'd say 15 and 16 is when I started competing in kickboxing. And I won some tournaments, some good tournaments, and it just gave me the hunger to really want to do this as a career.
Oh, cool.
So, and then I started training Muay Thai. I had my first Muay Thai fight when I was 19. Won that by first round knockout in the first round, like 30 seconds.
You've got a good knockout ratio, haven't you?
Yeah, 80% knockout ratio. So 80% of the time when I get in there, you know, if I hit someone, they're going down. I've always been that way, you know. I've always been trained that way. So either, you know, kill or be killed. You know, as much respect as possible before and after. But when I'm in that ring, it's strictly business. And you know, definitely. I'm going to try and take their head off. They're going to try and take my head off. So you know, I'm training to do it as quick as I can.
So what titles do you currently hold?
So my first ever title that I held was a British kickboxing Sancho title. I won that, and then my most reputable, respected belt that I've won is the WBC English national title in Muay Thai, which I won in November 2019.
Oh, cool. For anybody that's watching at the minute, you probably hear my dogs in the background. That's because at the minute we're in the UK and we're currently under a government lockdown for coronavirus. Now, how's that affecting your training? Because obviously all the gyms have closed, haven't they? How are you managing to still train with the government lockdown?
So with the government lockdown, I mean, initially I was a bit like, whoa, like, you know, the gym's going to close. How am I going to cope? I was really freaking out. And then I just thought to myself, hold on, like, I don't need a gym. I can go for lots of runs. I can run every single day. And then I can go in my garden or in my living room, and I can do all my body weight exercises like push-ups, sit-ups, dips, loads of core workouts. And then one of the main things that I've been training whilst on lockdown is just fine-tuning my technique and working on a lot of my flaws. There's flaws in everyone's techniques. You can always improve. And through shadow boxing, just really slowing it all down, really crisping everything up even more, I found that my techniques really improved. So this whole lockdown has been a blessing for me, because I'm always on fight prep. I'm an active fighter, so I'm always on that fight prep. Even though I'm trying to get better, it's been nice just to no fights booked in and just work on my technique and work on things that I really, that I think I need to work on. And that's been great. So I've been doing loads of shadow boxing. That's been my main sort of training.
Yeah, we could always take a positive out of a bad situation, can't we?
Yeah, totally. And the lockdown, it's been, stressful for everyone. So what I can recommend is we're allowed out for daily exercise. So go for a nice run. I mean, there's nothing better to release the endorphins in a nice run. Go for a run and then smash out your push-ups. And if you do combat sports, work on shadow boxing.
Yeah. I remember your last fight, you had an injury on your last fight, didn't you? Or do you know what happened with that? Because I remember we was worried, weren't we, at one stage?
Yeah, we were, yeah. Luckily, I mean, it wasn't as bad as we all thought. But yeah, so in my last professional kickboxing fight, I got minor ligament damage in my knee from a very hard leg kick. And we went to the doctors and that, and he said it was minor ligament damage and to rest for 5 to 6 weeks, maybe more, and then start some physio and strengthening the muscles around the knee and the ligaments. So luckily it wasn't bad. I did my rest. I didn't do any training for that long. I just was helping out at the gym, still going there watching and working my boxing, but no kicking or sort of Thai boxing at all. Which then is now why I'm getting strength and conditioning training under someone called Matt Gudgeon. Matt Gudgeon's got a wealth of experience in strength and conditioning for combat sports specifically. He's trained out at American top team in Miami. He's trained all over the world with it. He's been doing it for years and years. So, I'm just going to be starting to work with him soon. So he's going to really just take whole control of my diet and strength and conditioning. So, looking forward to that.
Cool. Well, that brings us to now then. So, where are you at this minute in time with your fight career? I know you've got a couple of things booked in.
Yeah.
Big.
So, I've had some really exciting news. I've had a couple. Since winning the WBC title, it's just gone really, really well. So my first big signing was with the World Leftweight Championship, WLC. And for people that don't know what Leftweight is, it's Burmese bare knuckle boxing, but you can punch, kick, knee, elbow, clinch, grapple from the clinch, and you can also use the head. So it's complete freeform fighting. And there's nothing quite like it. It is really, really exciting. It really drew me to it. A lot of people thought I'd be suited to it. So, I signed with the world's largest promotion, WLC. And I was set to make my debut soon, but obviously with the coronavirus, it set everything back. So now I am just waiting for all this to blow over. And then I will be hopefully going over to Myanmar or Cambodia or somewhere like that in Asia to fight for him, and they're a really good promotion. I'm really looking forward to fighting for them
on the international stage, mate. Nice.
That's it, and I'm gonna, show what we're about, So
that's probably a brand that I don't know might not be as big known to the locals, but there's one brand UK wide that most people who follow you will know, aren't they? What's that? Right, the recent news that you've just signed.
So recently, literally within the past 2 days, obviously thanks to Steve, my sponsor from the governor, he sent me a link to the official bare knuckle boxing BKB, saying they were looking for professional combat sport athletes. And Steve obviously thought I'd be suited for it, and I straight away thought I'd be suited for it, and it was really up my street. So I started talking to bare knuckle boxing BKB, Jim Freeman. We started talking, and they were really, really professional. I liked everything they were saying. I'd done some research, spoke to some people. Everyone was saying good things. I spoke to them. They made me a great offer that I wouldn't want to refuse. At the end of the day, I love combat, and they offered me a great package, and I really enjoyed hearing what they stood for. So I signed up with them, and really, really happy. And for people that don't know what it is, obviously BKB is bare knuckle boxing. So like professional boxing, but obviously bare knuckle. It's more aggressive. There's more knockouts, and it's a lot more exciting. People are going there to knock people out, and that's exactly what I'm going to be doing.
Perfect. That brings it to you now, because now obviously you're going worldwide now with your combat sports. You're starting to build your own personal profile, aren't you? Your personal brand. So how are you going about with your personal brand? Because obviously with your WLC, you got fans worldwide there.
Yeah, I've got a lot of love for Myanmar, which I want to just
Yeah,
shout out
I've
to them.
seen them.
Love you guys from Myanmar. You know, you guys are great. They send me a lot of love. So yeah.
Yeah, you're coming. You've got have your own little range coming out for your fans, aren't you? Do you want to speak to us about that?
Yeah, so we're really excited. I mean, a few people will know about this because I put it on, you know, little snippets on my social media. But myself and Steve and the Governor Sports and Nutrition, we're bringing out the official War Dog range, which is a franchise inspired after my nickname, the War Dog. It's basically about not quitting, never giving up, and keep fighting. You know, fight to the death. There is no quit. As long as you keep going, you will be fine.
Yeah, quitting's not an option.
That's it. Yeah, quitting is not an option.
That's a governor. So
Never retreat, never surrender.
That's it. Keep going forward. So any of you fans worldwide are interested, obviously Toby, I will put a link in this, and Toby will put a link in his social media. Right, I think that wraps it up really. So we've gone through your growing up, your career, how you've got into combat sports, where you are now, and 2 major signings, and now your own personal brand and your own clothing.
Yes,
it's going well in the Bindon camp.
That's it. There's just a few people I'd like to thank, if that's all right.
Yeah, of course you can.
Obviously, Steve from the Governor Sports and Nutrition for the sponsorship, all the support you give. I'm really grateful for that. My other sponsors, Hayes Empire and Riviera Roofing, they sponsor me. There's a roofing brand. They always help me out with training equipment and stuff like that. And then I have to thank my manager, Amir Sabasic. He's the best manager in the game. He's been getting me some great fights, you know. So yeah, really grateful, and for his mentorship. My coaches, Chris Maluish, Josh Quinn, and also Josh O'Shea, and everyone at Fightworks Academy in Torquay. Also Torquay Elite Community Gym, Gareth Hogg, Justin Bugalow Reeve, and everyone at the Elite Gym. I'd like to thank, and then also I'd like to thank my girlfriend Leanna, my 2 kids, Gracie Bindon and Toby Jr. You know, those 3 are my world, and it's why a big reason why I fight. You know, it's my family. They motivate me to do well. I want to make them proud. I want to do this so my kids grow up and they go, do you know what? I'm proud of my dad for what he's done. And just finally, I'd like to thank everyone who's been supporting me. And I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going to the top, and I'm going to do everything I can.
Well, finally, very final point for everybody watching: how can they follow you on social media to keep up to date?
Yeah, so social media, Instagram at Toby Bindon, and Facebook, just search Toby Bindon, and also follow the Governor Sports and Nutrition, because those guys post everything about me, and also King Tape. So I forgot to answer that. King Tape, also known as my sponsor.
That's it. Thank you very much for your time, Toby.
Thank you, Steve.
No worries, mate.